Okay, welcome everybody. Thank you all for joining us on this pleasant afternoon. I don't know what it's doing where you folks are, but my gosh, the skies are opening up around me. So I'm hoping that my power doesn't go out with a big bang, literally. But anyway, my name is Dave Pike. Of course, I'm a business development with IDC Worldsource, based out of Toronto, or the central region, I guess, is where I'm based out of here. We have the pleasure of having Markaysa, who is joining us today, who I've had the pleasure of meeting. And of course, some of you have already been working with her with Edge Benefits. And I'm sure she's shared with you already some of the great things that Edge Benefits is known for. However, today, I feel that, we both feel that there's a number of other areas that Edge Benefits excels into. And of course, we want to share that information with you. Just a little bit of housekeeping. Today's session is CE accredited. Unfortunately, the only place it's not is in Quebec, but all other provinces it is. So thank you for coming. It is going to be recorded and posted. So if you've missed anything, if you want to recap everything, please go back to that and watch it again. Just a little bit of history with me and Edge Benefits. And this is going to sound a little bit weird, and Markaysa, we have not had this talk yet, but if it was not for Edge Benefits, I would not be speaking with you folks today. And the reason being for that is when I was a struggling advisor starting out and knew nobody, and everybody that I knew just wanted to go to Cancun, Mexico and have fun. Certainly life insurance or anything else wasn't a big thing. So it was a struggle, as I'm sure many of you share. I, however, came from an industry that I had access to a tremendous amount of people within trades. And at the time, my business marketing associate, who very similar to what we're today, is I had a 2001 Volkswagen Jetta at the time, and basically what my friend Mike and I, who was my marketing associate, we developed, he goes, "How much is your car payment?" And I told him exactly how much my car payment was, and he basically did a calculation, tell me exactly how many policies I needed to sell in order to have that car payment looked after. And sure enough, that was the way that we dealt with it. And then it just kept going and going and going and going. It certainly knocked down doors to me in an industry that not a lot of advisors were going into. And Edge Benefits provided me with the flexibility to do that, and a compensation package that protected me as well. So very happy, of course, when I was asked to come in today and be part of this session, because I know, we all need refreshers, and I've clearly learned some things in the green room before we started this session about all of the other new things that are going on again. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it along here to Markaysa and allow you to spread that wealth of knowledge.
Thank you so much, Dave. I really appreciate it. And hello, everyone. Thank you so much for your attendance today. As Dave had mentioned, my name is Markaysa Sinnamon. I am the Edge Sales Director for all of Eastern Ontario, all the way to Kingston, as well as Northern Ontario, just past Barrie and up. There are lots of sales directors here at the Edge. So if I am not your main contact, there is going to be someone else that will support you. And if you need help getting in contact with them, please let me know. Today, we're going to be discussing and reviewing Edge's small business benefit solutions, specifically our health and dental multi-life offering. So we are actually segueing away from the multi-life title. So I apologize for that. We call it small business benefit offerings. Diving into our agenda quickly for today, I am going to be going over some basic housekeeping with you just to get started and make sure everyone is well equipped. We're going to dive into Canadian small business stats and trends. Now, I know that you and everyone on the line understands the importance of providing fully comprehensive and robust packages with and for your clients. The purpose of these statistics are so that I can give you a credit. So I'm going to highlight over them and get into the good stuff, the fine details of our product. So that's going to lead me into our small business benefit plans. We're going to talk about how the Edge benefits is truly different than traditional group insurance. Of course, there is a need for traditional group insurance, but the Edge benefits has found a very niche market that we believe is underserved. And we want to help you continue to have success through these times. We'll talk about our target markets. So where the Edge is already and continuing to have success so that you don't have to do too much research on where to approach business owners. How to approach the conversation is also something a lot of advisors find daunting. I'm going to simplify it for you. I'm going to show you a tried and true way that we have developed in order to offer benefits. And of course, at the end of the presentation, I'll finish it off with advisor incentives. And if I have time as well, I'll be answering questions. Before I dive into the conversation today, I wanted to talk about our contest month. Now, this is our Spring into Spring April contest where all of our advisors have the opportunity to earn an extra $5,000 just in 1 month. If you're not in that top 30th place, you can still achieve a bonus with us. Keep in mind, double credits for all disability sales. Today, we are going to be talking about that next thing that is going to reach you to a higher premium credit, which will be our small group offering. So the larger the premium, the higher the bonus potential. Unfortunately, I'm not able to give you guys a copy of the PowerPoint presentation today, but as Dave had mentioned, this presentation is going to be recorded for your use in the future. Your CE credit is going to be emailed to you within 60 days of today, as well as be stored on your advisor profile site with us at the Edge. So once your CE credit has been sent out, you will also be created a profile with us on the Edge. So if you need support with getting on your profile in the future, you just let me know. You must stay logged into this Zoom chat for the entire presentation in order to get your CE credit, and you must have been joined and registered through the secure link. Now let's quickly dive into the conversation. For those of you that are not familiar with the Edge benefits, who are we and maybe why you want to be working with us? So to start off the conversation, I want to tell you that the Edge Benefits is an independent Canadian company. The majority of the company is actually owned by the Cooperators Life Insurance Company. So we're backed by a very strong independent company. We here at the Edge are actually considered to be a third-party administrator, which means we design, distribute, to provide unique products to our advisors that are contracted with us. Our main focus is on the simplified living benefit offering. We offer best-in-class products from leading Canadian insurers who take on that claim risk for us. Now, when we're talking about health and dental today, that may not be a large concern for most. But when we're talking about our loss of income product, our critical illness product, this is where we do serve a massive purpose in the industry. We don't take on any claim risk, which means that we get to stand behind you and your client at what would most likely be the worst time in their life to advocate for them. Now, when it comes into play with the health and dental is how we do all negotiations on your behalf. So if Green Shield Canada, our health and dental provider, comes to us with a rate increase on an annual basis, we have the power to negotiate with them, whereas that would take time and energy out of your day. We train and develop licensed advisors right across Canada to sell our products. This is supported by sales directors such as myself, as well as our sales associates. So my sales associate, her name is Elisa DeHaan. So here at the Edge, we're on a mission. This mission is to help our customers attain financial security, as I'm sure that is your goal when you're speaking with your clients as well. The Edge was founded on the belief that everyone should be able to get insurance, and a one-size-fits-all model doesn't really align with what majority of Canadians need today. So today we're going to talk about specifically our health and dental, but I wanted to show you that the Edge offers an entire suite of products, and we can support you even if your client is uninsurable. When it comes to our disability product, our loss of income, we sell a personal income protection. So that is the personal loss of income. We also offer protection for small business owners. So the overhead. Just because they become disabled and are unable to work does not mean those contracts go away, and they're liable to pay for all of those overhead expenses. Being able to protect them is an important part of that planning for the future. We also offer an entire line of special risks. So our critical illness, without any medical underwriting, we offer up to 100,000. Our guaranteed issue life, our simplified life, offers up to $50,000, again, with no medical evidence. Our accidental death and fracture are both guaranteed to issue products. And something I did not mention is at a base level, every single one of our products are guaranteed to issue, offering the simplicity into the market. Where we're going to focus today is our health and dental. So that is covered by Green Shield Canada. We have a beautiful partnership with Green Shield, and they have actually allowed us to create and customize our own health and dental product, which is fantastic. So this cannot be purchased out on the market with Green Shield directly. And then for our travel products, we are covered by BNEFA. Diving into the Canadian small business stats and trends. Now, a lot of people go after the large whales, right? So large corporations needing health and dental, needing a full traditional benefit package. But the Edge has done our research, and we've identified that the opportunity with the small to micro business segment is extremely huge. And we didn't want to lose out on that opportunity. So small businesses within 1 to 99 employees actually represents 97% of all businesses in Canada. Those with 1 to 9 employees actually are the majority of that grouping, representing 73% of all Canadian businesses. In that specific category, let's break it down just a little bit more for you. So we have our goods producing. Those are at just over 76% of all goods producing businesses in Canada are in that 1 to 9 employees. And service producing is at just under 73% as well. So we're seeing a large opportunity here, and these specific businesses are actually being very underserved. To simplify things a little bit, for those of you that don't know, goods producers make things and service producers do things. In that 1 to 9 employee category, there are roughly 3 times more service producing businesses than good. So let's take a look at that. Of course, certainly just focusing on that 1 to 9 employee category is going to lead you to success. But can we offer a little bit more support in a specific area? Do you have a target market? You may find that if you focus with these main 3, you'll have more success, or a warm market that you're already used to. So the big 3 are farming, forestry, and fishing, construction. I have a lot of success in my area. I live in the GTA with construction. So that may be an opportunity for you as well as small manufacturing. Now, when we're talking about the service sector, of course, there's lots more to choose from, but we're going to narrow it down a little bit for you. The big 6 in order are retail businesses. So I have a lot of retail businesses, anywhere from 3 to 15 employees on my books right now. Professional services. It's interesting because a lot of advisors don't look at the Edge as someone or a company that can cater to professionals. However, I have 8 law offices on my books, simply because of the flexibility and simplicity that we bring into our small business market. Healthcare is a big one as well. At the beginning of the pandemic, healthcare people were actually pushed from full-time to part-time, even though their hours sometimes were increasing. This was because the government simply did not want to be paying for their own healthcare. So when this happened and they moved to contract, a lot of these newer operations, third-party companies were being created. And so we have about 4 of them already on our books since the beginning of the pandemic, and they cater to traveling nurses. Hotel and food services is another area in which we see success. Of course, transportation. The Edge is well known for the transportation industry. We do very well in the industry, but that's not all we do. And as well, real estate. So because we offer such a unique and simplified product, we can actually offer health and dental benefits on a group basis to realtor brokers. So it's a great offering there as well. Diving in quickly just to the small business market, Canadian business trends. So what we're seeing is traditional benefit providers tend not to like when we're looking at certain things. So if you're an individual that sells a lot of group already, you recognize that there is an area for more simplicity for a smaller business. So any kind of business that has under 6 employees, traditional don't like to quote. Or if they've had increased number of family content. So if it's over 50% of family content in a business, they will most likely decline to quote. There's just too much risk associated on the health side. They may be an unattractive option for the group as well. So that occupation class, maybe they are in the transportation or forestry industry. These are great areas for the Edge to come in and support, as well as construction. If they're new in business, traditionally we see a traditional provider wanting to have at least 6 months to a year of experience where they can see the company is going to survive. We will offer a benefit package to a company that opened their doors yesterday. If the employer wants to offer health and dental only, now this is an area in which I see a lot of success. They simply just want to have the option of health and dental. They use it as an attraction strategy as a small business owner, as well as a retention strategy. And then above and beyond that, you get to customize each individual employee's benefit package. So if you want to have that life conversation, the investment conversation, these are now your employees. And the versatility. So employees really want to be able to choose those optional benefits. And we offer that as a cafeteria style selection. Whereas on the traditional side, it will look more cookie cutter. Every single person is going to have the same coverage. Now we're going to dive into the health and dental plan itself. Just a couple quick reminders in regards to our benefit offering for small groups is it must be an employee-employer relationship of some kind. So they don't necessarily need to be on a payroll, but there has to be that contractual agreement that said employee or worker will be working for said owner. We need a minimum of 3 employees. Now, the way I like to explain this to my advisors is not 3 employees, because often in a small business, especially a business that maybe only has 3 to 5 members, you're looking at the likelihood of husband and wife as partners or partners in general working in that business together. So the way I like to explain it is we need 3 policies. So if the husband and wife or partners are under one policy, we need 2 other employees to actually put the program in force. This is simply to waive the drug upgrade underwriting, as well as the waiting period, on the dental. If your clients don't care about that, we can offer a benefit package to a group, even if there's 1 or 2 people. We do require the employer to submit all premiums under one billing. So the Edge is going to direct bill to the company, and then above and beyond the 50% that we require them to pay on behalf of each member, they can then payroll deduct. So if they want to pay 100%, they have the option to do so, or they can stagger that. I have some key individuals in my business that I need to make sure I'm retaining. Well, I'm going to pay maybe 85 or above for them. And then for my general workers, my general laborers, I'm going to just offer that 50%. Keep in mind, we can offer variations of benefits if the group is over 6 lives. But if the group is under 6 lives, then it has to be the same health and dental for everyone right across the board. We offer lots of choices for the business. So 8 plan design options for the health and dental that we're going to dive into in the next slide, as well as options for the employee. So they can add on to protect their income. We offer our critical illness, our accidental death and dismemberment. All of our additional products are optional. Now we're going to dive into the base portion of our program. Now, I don't generally sell the base program when it comes to a small business. Traditionally, we're looking at some kind of variation of upgrades or our new Premier package, but it does allow them to join in. Maybe they've just opened their doors at the beginning of the year and they're having a hard time with employee attraction, getting those employees in the door applying. A base benefit package may be where they want to start so that they can just on the ad, be able to say offering benefits. And then as they grow, they can continue to grow their benefit package. So here our issue ages are 18 to 69. The program remains in force until their 75th birthday. A lot of our competitors only offer group benefit packages up to 65 or 70. So we're adding extra coverage there. Most people aren't retiring at age 65 anymore. They're wanting to work longer, especially that owner. Making sure that they can stay on the benefit program is a crucial element to keeping it on the books. So this prescription program is a 70% copay and then $400 per person per year. So we have a family of 3. Each person in that family would get $400. Now, again, this is a base program. We offer lots of upgrade options. On the base health program, we offer extended health care. So for your professional services, registered therapists, we're starting at $1,000 combined for all practitioners. You also have an accidental dental limit of $3,000. I like this feature because if an accident were to occur, it's not going to eat away at your dental limit. There's a separate limit for that, which is fantastic. Ambulance transportation is included as well. So this is a customary and reasonable amount. Your client is never going to see the bill for this. It includes land and air. Hearing aids are not covered on the base program. If your client needs hearing aids or vision, we are going to be looking at that upgraded health option. This allows your individual clients or even your small group benefit clients to come in. If they don't need the vision, they don't have to pay for that upgraded feature. The travel is built in, so it offers 15 days per trip, 5 million per person per year, unlimited amount of trips in the year. This is your emergency medical travel coverage for out of the province or out of the country. So if you need to seek any kind of medical attention, that is what it is. It's not lost baggage, it's not flight cancellation. And as I had mentioned, the vision is on that upgraded health feature that we're going to dive into in a minute. The dental component of our base program is a 70% copay, $450 per person per year. So this is a very basic limit starting off. And I tell a lot of my small business owners, traditionally it's my smaller ones where they're just meeting that 3 employee threshold and they've never had benefits before. And they just want to see what that could look like. I often am starting my groups off at this program, 1, because it's extremely affordable, and 2, because they want more coverage, they can upgrade at any time. It's your basic restorative basic preventative and restorative service, pardon me. All of it is paid at 70% copay. And then we also have a limit for your endo and periodontical and denture services in here. Now we're looking at our first upgrade. This is the drug upgrade. So with a group, there is no underwriting. We offer a 90% copay with increased limits each year. So you're seeing $1,000 of drug coverage in the first year. The nice thing about this is when we're talking about a group, we allow pre-existing medications to be coming in covered at this higher limit. Whereas if they were to come in as an individual, not as a group, they would go through our quote unquote underwriting, which isn't medical evidence required. It just means your client needs to list the medications they're taking. Those would be excluded from the program indefinitely on this upgrade. But the beauty is the group benefit program allows them to have pre-existing medications covered. Diving into the upgraded dental, you can also see that we've done quite a nice increase here. So instead of a 70% copay, we have an 80%, $1,000 in the first 2 years versus that $450. And then in that third year going forward, your client will have $1,250 for dental. Again, same coverage now at a 80% copay, pardon me, with the endo and perio staying at the 70% copay. Now, our final upgrade for this portion of the plan is our health upgrade. So you'll notice a couple things. Those professional services and registered therapists increased from $1,000 to $1,500. Our accidental dental went from $3,000 to $10,000, allowing a lot more of coverage to be included there. I have a quick story for everyone, actually. When I was in university, I was living in Ottawa at the time, and my friend and I in the winter, nice day outside, sun was out, we decided we were going to go outside and throw around a Frisbee. We're throwing the Frisbee. All of a sudden, our friends are pulling into the driveway, and my friend turns, and I didn't see him turn. All of a sudden, a Frisbee in the mouth. Well, this Frisbee was frozen from overnight because we left it outside. His top 4 teeth and bottom 3 teeth completely shattered. He needed reconstructive work on his mouth, and he actually had veneers put in. This cost him $8,000. Luckily, because we were in school, he was on his father's dental plan and it was covered. But you can just imagine how that could completely demolish someone's potential savings if something like that happened to them. So I just wanted to share that story. It is a very crucial part of the program. It's not going to eat away at your dental limit. It's built in there because things happen. The hearing aids are now included at $500 every 36 months. We also have our medical services diagnostic tests, as well as our medical items and home support services at $10,000. I didn't mention this on the last handout. Both of them are there at smaller limits. Medical items could be something as simple as compression stockings, a brace for a broken foot, all the way up to something more robust, such as a glucose monitor. Okay, so you're typically known as the Freestyle Libre. The travel's included, so it's still there. And now we have included our vision. So it's $250 every 2 years, as well as a separate eye examination. Just a quick sales tip for you guys that I'm going to run through in a sales idea in a little bit is add another product to the health and dental. Even if you're selling it on an individual basis, always add another product. This will trigger our multi-product discount of $12. So now I'm going to dive into our bigger and better benefits. So last August, oh yeah, it was last August. Wow. Last August, we launched our new Premier Health and Dental package for our small businesses only. So we can't sell this on an individual basis yet. However, we can offer this to small groups looking for more robust packages. So instead of having that previous upgrade on the drug where it was at 90%, $2,000 capped, we're doing a 90% copay still, starting at $2,500 for our prescription drugs, moving all the way to $5,000 in the third year going forward. So a much more robust package. We really took our time and listened to our clients. And when it came to our small business clients, the one thing that they were saying is, I love the program. I just wish I got more. Well, we listened, and last August, September, we launched the new program. Our dental upgrade as well. So we stayed at that 80% copay. We increased the amount the individual is able to access. So we started off, instead of ending at the $1,250, we're starting off at $1,250, moving all the way to $2,000 in the third year going forward for our basic services. And then for our comprehensive services, we did the same thing. So starting off at $1,250, moving into $2,000 in the third year going forward. And we are very proud and excited to introduce major dental services. So this is a 50% copay in the third year of owning the policy. $2,000 will be allocated towards that major dental service. The extended healthcare portion, so we increased the professional services and registered therapists from the $40 per visit limit to a $50 limit. We stayed at the $500 per practitioner. So you have $500 per practitioner and a $2,000 combined limit. And then we doubled our vision care. Now, this is an area in which we were still competitive in the market at $250 every 2 years, but a lot of our clients were saying, I'd like to see it higher. So that was an area in which we then decided we're going to increase. So of course, there's more reasons than just the multi-product discount as to why you may be wanting to add another product to your client's current health and dental coverage. The main ones are, if you're selling to a business owner, if you haven't offered them income protection, most likely no one else has. So what will they do if they become injured or sick, and how will they pay for the health and dental coverage? Now, a lot of advisors are worried about the myths of complication and issues when it comes to a disability loss of income product. However, this offers you the ability to protect your client further. Yes, they want the health and dental, but they can't afford the health and dental if they were to become disabled and no longer have an income, when they would need the health and dental program just that much more. And number one is, that main point. But number two, only 6% of advisors in Canada are selling disability benefits today, leaving the majority of small business owners truly exposed to a disability. And I don't have time to tell any more stories today, but we are going to be setting up more trainings come hopefully by June. And I'll tell you all of my stories when it comes to disabilities as well as critical illnesses. Number three, by adding that disability to the health and dental, your client gains access to our $10,000 accident medical treatment benefit in our disability plan. So here's the example. So, okay, we're selling the health and dental, whether it's to an individual client or a multi-life client, it's going to apply both ways. This is the premium. A family health and dental standalone, $252.26 a month. That's great, but can we make it better? Absolutely. Adding a little bit of the disability, so it's just $1,000, a 112-day elimination period, 5-year benefit period. It's going to save your client money while adding value into that policy. And I love this because of two reasons. One, it's going to offer you the ability to open the door to protecting your client's income. Even worst case scenario, they don't want to protect their income. You've added value to that package with our accident medical treatment benefit. And two, now you have the retention of this client. Another advisor looking at competing with you will not only have to compete with the health and dental, but they'll have to adequately replace the loss of income. Another example, same scenario, we have a couple, standalone coverage, $209.80 a month, adding a little bit of loss of income simply to trigger that discount. We're now looking at $208.14. So saving your client just over $1, it does go a long way. Now we're going to dive into the main differences between the Edge solution and traditional group. Now, this is just a really high level overview. I'm not going to go into, detail with you today, but I just want to mention a couple things. For the last 4 years, the Edge Benefits has really been able to simplify a health and dental program with groups of 3 or more. No underwriting involved. Our defined contribution model really allows for cost containment and flexibility to an employee's everyday lifestyle, whether the employee or the employer's concerns. The stability in our pricing is, in my opinion, the biggest selling feature. So we just went through the program. But my favorite thing to talk about with our program isn't necessarily the coverage that's involved. Of course, it's a great feature and very important, but when we're talking to a small business owner, one of the most important things that you have to remember is they need the price stability. If we show them a number, it can increase next year by 10, 15%. They're budgeting that for the coming years, and the likelihood of them already stretching a little bit just to implement a benefit package, the chances of that are high. So being able to say that we do national pooling and we're not going to penalize one individual person or the group based on the usage of the plan is our largest selling feature. So traditional groups generally don't like companies new in business, as I had mentioned, companies with high family content, but also companies with part-time workers. And now you would have talked to me before the pandemic, I would have said, no, most employers are not providing benefits to their part-time staff. It's just not required. But now I'm not quite sure what the pandemic did, but it really changed our market, you guys. Employees, even part-time employees, are demanding more. And they recognize that that total compensation package is truly what they need. So a part-time employee is an area in which we have a lot of success with because we don't ask for minimum hours worked. Whereas a traditional provider, they have to, because they add in the LTD, they add in the life, they add in all those additional filler products. And that's where the Edge shines. We can offer a program with health and dental only, but we show the advantage to adding on a little bit of disability or really any other product to trigger that bundle discount. So you guys don't have to take a screenshot because this is recorded. However, if you want to, please feel free to do so. Just some main differences in regards to traditional versus the Edge. So like I said, the Edge can offer just health and dental standalone. Whereas if we have a group on the traditional side where it's under 10 lives, usually they're requiring a fully bundled package. Regardless of the size, we can customize each enrollment above and beyond that health and dental. So if one employee wants the loss of income, generally that's the owner. We could look at the BOE to protect their overhead, but we also have an employee staff that last year they suffered a heart attack. They were off work for a couple months. They're now back. Well, the health and dental is very important to them. They're most likely on some preventative medications, as well as we can offer them our guaranteed issue CI. This is true value to the client. Almost every single occupation is accepted, so we don't have a do not quote list, whereas traditional is a little bit more difficult. You have to meet a certain criteria in order to be eligible to purchase benefits. And again, Majority are experienced based on the individual group itself. Now, with large corporations, this makes sense because what are the odds of every single employee, let's say you have 1,000 employees, what are the odds of them actually all using the benefit? Not that much. So it levelizes itself. But when we talk about a small group, let's talk about a group of 4, anywhere from 4 to 8, okay? One, they're going to use the benefit because they've never had it before. 2, we're not going to penalize them based on the usage of the plan. We take every single one of our policyholders right across Canada, and that is how we determine rate increases when they're warranted every year, pardon me. Which, if you think of the law of large numbers, okay, you flip a coin 5 times, what are the odds of you getting heads and tails? Or 6 times, what are the odds of you getting heads 3 times and tails 3 times? Not very high. It's more like 1 to 5 or 2 to 4 are the odds. But when we talk about our entire block of edge business, when it comes to our health and dental sales, we are able to levelize the usage of the program to offer and predict future stability. Now we're going to dive into our health and dental rates. Now, just a quick conversation on what a fully pooled underwriting arrangement means. So the insurer does not review the claims experience of one particular group or one particular individual. We really focus on analyzing the entire block of business to determine required income increases. Claims experience on each individual group will not provide enough credible data for us to derive a rate up or down. So the claims experience of many small groups are combined into this one pool. And I know you guys were listening, so don't worry, we won't ask any Q&As here. Are all traditional plans 100% pooled? Well, no, more often than not, only a small portion is pooled. On a traditional group, you're looking at anywhere from 10 to maybe 15% if you're lucky. The edge plans are 100% nationally pooled. As I continue to say, this is in my opinion, our #1 selling feature. And this is why the edge is so powerful for small businesses with or without employees. Now, we've had tremendous growth with our health and dental sales in the last couple years, and we're not stopping. Our sales continue to be increasing with our health and dental. And do know that if a rate renewal is warranted, it will always be effective on the 1st of October. We are very good at communicating with our agents and our clients, so you will always be well equipped to know ahead of time if a rate renewal is warranted. Now, I'm going to dive quickly into how to approach business owners about benefits. Now, traditionally, a small business owner is looking for something like this. They're looking for stability in pricing. When I'm meeting with my advisors' clients and I sit down and we're introduced to each other and we're having a conversation, I ask this question simply. Obviously, benefits are important to you, or else we wouldn't be here today. But I need to ask you, how important is it that the price does not change, or we can offer you stability in the price? Right? Predictability. How important is that? If your price were to increase by 20% next year, what would that mean? Would you cancel? Would you have to cancel? Would you be forced to cancel? Most people, they can't afford even a 5% increase nowadays. They're looking at implementing something as an investment in their business. So the stability in pricing and cost containment is extremely crucial in this conversation. If they're wanting health and dental coverage only. Now, I see a lot of this. So when I talk about my professional clients, so I have a couple law offices, they already have, maybe they're your clients, they already have their life investments, they already have their critical illness, they already have their income protection. So why would they want more in a policy that isn't transferable if they go somewhere? So every single one of our policies, regardless of if you're on a group or not, are transferable. So it's individual policies under one umbrella for billing. this offers that ability to take the coverage wherever you go. If they're new in business, so again, under 6 months of experience, I get a lot of high family content. I would say that's a majority of my groups today on the books. Wishing to cover part-time employees. Again, I have a couple different companies with part-time employees, and they said that it was a crucial element to be providing benefits to their part-time employees, even if it was a lesser amount than what their full-time employees were receiving. Maybe they've been declined by traditional group carriers. Now, I don't see this too often, but it does happen. So if you are, or if you get a decline, most of the time it's based on the company's class. So transportation, courier services traditionally will be declined. Forestry can, again, based on the risk of the occupation, be declined. And a company that's simply just looking for versatility, the ability for those employees to choose those optional benefits as they see fit with their needs. Now, this is one that I would say if you want to screenshot, absolutely go for it. These are all of the companies that I have, or one of the other sales directors in the last year have put in place with one of their advisors. So I'll just talk about mine. I have a couple auto mechanics, a couple auto body shops, a couple legal offices. Back when I was working in Alberta 2 years ago, I had a couple farms on the book. I have about 3 butcher shops, a couple daycares. Like, these are areas in which we're either seeing they're a small operation, high family content. Like, for instance, the daycare. That is a high risk occupation, as well as the ones that I have anyways are high family content. So maybe mom and daughter own the company, and their cousins, their sisters work with them, something like that. What else do I have? I have a couple dental offices. This is an area in which traditionally a dental office will offer maybe just free dental or discounted dental. But what about those other features that are crucial? And here's just a script for you guys. I'm not a big fan of scripts. I am more of a fan of go in and, let people know of the services that you provide. So, hello, I am working with business owners in the area to create a customized benefit package for them and their employees. I was wondering, do you have a benefit plan in your business? Now, it's a harmless question. No one's ever going to bark at you and say, get out of my store. If they say no, you can say, I can show you a plan that would cover your needs. If they say yes, well, don't walk away. Would you mind showing me the details of your coverage and rates? Because I may be able to offer you better value. Even if we're coming in at the same or similar price, we may be able to offer better value. And I am going to send this out, so I'm not going to review it, but just, employers need to know, why am I offering benefits into my business? That's expensive. That's something that I never thought I would have to do as a small business owner. Well, more and more it's becoming a norm, and we're seeing it happen every day. Small business owners are fighting very hard to retain employees. So by providing a benefit package can help with that retention as well as the attraction strategy. Providing that comprehensive benefit package can increase your employees' productivity. Now, I know a bunch of you may say, well, how is that possible? They won't be distracted by toothaches or any kind of medical bills. They'll be able to go on with their daily activities. As well as, I've seen it before, I've had a benefits program in place where one of the employees actually went on EI. For a disability, and the benefit package that we kept in force for them helped them with their professional service appointments, with their medication that they were put on. It really did help them, and that employee was extremely grateful throughout the entire process. Keep in mind the health and dental premium and any portion that the employer pays on behalf of the employee is a write-off for the business. And of course, enrolling as a group allows us to waive that medical underwriting portion of the program. Now, we are almost at an hour, so I am going to quickly go through our advisor incentives to talk about why you want to be working with The Edge and how we can support you continue to grow your living benefits business. And I believe I'll have time, so I'll dive into the chat function to see what kind of questions we have. So our first division bonus pool offers our first 50 advisors a share in 300,000. Now, this wasn't our last report. This was one of our first reports last year, actually. But you can see that our first place advisor was trending for a $50,000 bonus at the beginning of last year. I know this advisor actually, and I think she ended up walking away with close to 20 or 30,000. We would have to confirm. But there's definitely an area for you to have success with Edge. And I'll tell you, one of the easiest ways to grow your bonus, whether it's a quarterly bonus like our Spring into Spring April contest or our VIP report that's paid out at the end of the year, small business benefits is definitely one of those ways that's going to help you increase your premium count and get you to those higher bonuses much faster. So we don't stop there. We also have our second and third division bonus spots, 51 to 100 share in $50,000. Our spots 101 to 150 share in $25,000. So there is a lot of money to go around in regards to increasing your income. On top of that, of course, I'm going to save the best for last. We have our President's Club conference that we go on every single year. This past January, we took 94 advisors with us to Mexico, Nueva Vallarta. It was a wonderful experience at the Hard Rock Cafe Hotel. We had a beautiful week and we got to really enjoy and talk with like-minded individuals. There's only 2 events that you have to be part of. The rest of the week is yours. One, there is a half-day entrance into a thank you for attending, thank you for your hard work. This is how we're going to support you heading into the new year. And then an event gala dinner that you get to be recognized in front of all of the attendees. So we hand out awards and we talk about the success that these advisors had. It was such an amazing opportunity to go and be a part of it and recognize my 2 advisors that did qualify last year. And they told me, hands down, I'm never going to miss this event ever again. I don't care what it takes to get there, I'm going to do it. So I have 2 advisors already that are guaranteed to write $150,000 in premium credits. And you may think that sounds like a lot, but I promise you, if you focus on small business benefits, if you focus on protecting your clients when it comes to income protection, our disability products, and offering these unique products that we have, you will see the success. You will see your premium number grow. And of course, just a quick reminder about our current contest, double credits for disability. First place advisor walks away with $5,000 all the way to 30th place. And then if you're not in that top 30, you can still walk away with a bonus at the end of the month simply by rate, simply based on written premium, pardon me. And of course, before I let everyone go, please just think of some clients that maybe fit within the Edge marketplace. If I am not your Edge sales director, please just let me know you need support. Let me know where your office is located, and I will get you in contact with your sales director. All of the sales directors here at the Edge are wonderful and happy to support. Keep in mind your CE credits are going to be emailed to you within 60 days, stored on your advisor profile site. And for my advisors in the GTA East or Northern Ontario, please go ahead, take down my contact information. If you need anything, I'm here to help. And thank you so much for your time. I don't know if we have any questions, but it looks like Dave wants to jump in, so go right ahead.
Yeah, no, excellent. There doesn't appear to be any questions.
No.
Wendy and I have been behind the scenes, sort of just managing things from behind, and obviously lots of great information here. And of course, just a steady reminder for us that there's all kinds of opportunities out there with utilizing Edge benefits in their products, with integrating within that small to medium-sized enterprise. So thank you for joining us today, everybody, and of course, thank you, Markaysa, for coming out and sharing with us all the latest and greatest things that are going on with Edge benefits. So
thank you so much.
Yeah, everybody have a great day, and until next time, we'll see you later. Take care.
Bye. Thank you.
See you.